And welcome to this interview with our good friend, Mitch Sellers. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be talking to you about DNN Summit. How are you doing today?
Doing well, and yourself?
Good, good, good. Yep. It's October. It's getting close to Halloween, so I'm looking forward to, I don't know, pretending to be normal for a minute.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So the whole point of this interview series, and the first one, is we're promoting DNN Summit, which this year will be virtual. So this video or this interview may be a tiny bit longer than the rest of them because we probably want to introduce that concept, right?
Yeah, so with everything going on and wanting to make sure that we can put the event on, we decided that the most prudent way to do things was to go virtual, try to reach out to an audience that maybe wouldn't have normally been able to come because of time and cost restrictions. So using a virtual platform, we're able to put on a 2-day event full of great content at a lower cost. And we'll have the sessions recorded and available, that kind of thing as well. So it should provide a little bit more of a unique experience this year. But we want to make sure that we can continue to do everything that is that we do to share the love of the DNN platform.
Yeah, so I guess all the open bars this year will be up to ourselves to open them up, huh?
Correct.
Awesome.
Feel free to join virtually.
Yeah. So it's February 24th and 25th, right?
Yep.
All right. Yes. So, and if you want to join us, it's at dnnsummit.org. That gives us all the information. So you happen to be one of the primary sponsors, as well as one of the leaders of the event. How about a formal introduction for anybody who might not know who Mitch Sellers is?
Well, I am, from the DNN platform perspective, I'm the technology group leader. So I spend way too much time working with DNN platform and helping to get the releases out and helping to shepherd the open source project to make it as good as we can. Aside from that, my company, Iowa Computer Gurus, is a consulting company. We do a lot of work in the DNN space, as well as .NET Core, Xamarin, mobile apps, those kinds of things, for customers all over the world, whether it be DNN or otherwise.
Awesome, awesome. And so how and when did you find DNN?
All the way back in like 2006, I believe, I was working for Wells Fargo, started a new job, and was told, manage this. And I was handed a very large DNN-based solution and told, have fun. And then the guy that wrote it left. So one thing led to another. I started trying to figure out how to do things. We had lack of documentation, so I met the community, went to the first big DNN event that there was, and really the rest is history from there.
And there's a lot of history. Yes, yes.
There is.
Back when the conferences were in Vegas, if anybody remembers what Vegas is.
Yes, it's a really fun place that we all want to go. Oh, wait, that's just me.
All right, so what makes you so passionate about DNN still today? I mean, that was a long time ago.
Well, I started my business, shortly after getting started with DNN. I've been able to, grow my business, experience a bunch of new things, make a bunch of great friends along the way, and deliver solutions for individuals that just weren't going to be possible with other technologies. How I've leveraged DNN, the projects I use it for, the projects I don't use it for, maybe that's changed over the years, but it's still a vibrant platform that we can use for a lot of things. And we have a lot of people that depend on it. For us, it's projects that I built, some of them almost 15 years ago that are still in production today, leveraging the platform. I can't just walk away from them. So let's not just limp it along. Let's move it forward. Let's keep things relevant, make it the best that we can make it, and move on. And it's just part of using open source, right? It's afforded me a lot of great things. So why can't I help it out as well?
Exactly. And we might blend over with the next question I have for you. But you're a gold sponsor, right? Do I have that right? Yeah, you're a gold sponsor. And so why do you feel it was important for you to sponsor and support this event that way?
Really, the events are key for getting experience out and sharing what others are doing with the platform, right? We may see or hear about one thing and we do it one way from that one item that we heard. And that may not always, it may work for us, may not work for us, it may not be perfect. These events and things allow us to interact with others that are using the platform that maybe have a different solution. You know, even from things as simple as how you upgrade and, you know, what steps to do when you upgrade, methodologies, security. It's just a way for others to be able to learn, and supporting the actions of DNN Association, you know, that's putting on the event, I think is really important. By sponsoring, we're able to help keep the cost down, not only of the event that was going on this year, but the whole idea with the virtual event is that we want to be able to, when the world allows us to go back to having some in-person events, maybe in addition to virtual events, to try to be able to reach a larger audience. And by sponsoring, we can help that mission.
You as a sponsor, you as a community leader, and as a leader of this event and the DNN Association, what would you say to anybody who might be considering sponsoring at any level?
Get involved, get sponsor. I mean, any sponsorship gets you some exposure. It gets your name out there. It helps the event. It helps us continue to be able to put on future events. It also shows the strength of DNN platform as well, right? Any interaction that we have from the community, right? And this goes for the events we do. It goes to activity on GitHub. It goes to downloads and releases, right? The more action, the more activity. So the more sponsors we have, the more attendees we have, the more comments we have, the more downloads we have. All of those continue to show the vibrant community is still there. So even at the lowest levels of sponsorship, you're showing support to DNN platform, to everything that we're trying to do to help educate others. So really getting involved at any level is a great way to help the community continue.
And it also helps get exposure for that individual's company, right? Like, you know, there's a large pool of folks that you end up marketing to, even implicitly. So the last thing I want to talk about is really the attendees. It's still early at this stage, but just real quick, what can attendees expect at this point?
Well, the virtual environments can be a little bit different than a physical environment, but we are still going to try to be able to keep as much of the good things that we had in the in-person events with the online events, but add a lot of the additional things that you can get with a virtual event. So we will have an opening keynote. The opening keynote is going to be led by, well, actually myself, you, and David, at least, possibly also Peter, just depends on timing and the way that we get it. This can be the DNN leadership kind of state of DNN. So we're going to treat it, rather than trying to bring in a big fancy keynote speaker that may not be as good for everybody. We're going to really talk more about where we are as an open source project, where we stand with Microsoft .NET Foundation, where our roadmap looks like, what our needs are, to kind of really put some of that out there for everybody. We'll roll into the sessions, similar format to what we have in person with our sessions. We are given a little bit longer breaks between, so that people can socialize. There will be virtual hangout rooms. So as you're going between sessions, you can chat with others along the way. There will be virtual expo booths. So for those of us, all of the sponsors that are out there, you can pop into a room and virtually hang out with the individual sponsors. We will round out the event with an open panel discussion. So we start out with the state of DNN, and we're going to round out with an open Q&A panel. We are going to work to get questions and stuff beforehand. We'll also allow live questions as well to help get people going. So there's a lot in store. We have, we're going to do 4 individual tracks over each of the 2 days. So it ends up being around, let's say 35 or 40 sessions. And we will have a couple blocks where we have some vendors specific sessions, which is something we've never done before. So sponsors at the gold level or higher will have the option of doing a 30-minute session that can be promoting their own goods or services or product, which is something we've not historically done before, but it's going to be cordoned off into its own time slot and everything, so everybody knows what they're getting into. But we'll give a new way for some of our sponsors to be able to reach out to the audience and show what they're doing. And most importantly, from a demand perspective, is that since everything's virtual and streamed online, it will be recorded so that it will be able to be accessed. So one of the biggest complaints that we've had over the years is, well, there's 3 sessions I wanted to go to at 11 a.m. Well, the good news is you can go to one of them live, and then you can catch up on the other 2 later. So I think there's going to be a lot of good to be had for the attendees.
And the videos are, I'm assuming they're only going to be available to those who do attend, yeah?
Only for those who do attend is the current, that is the current plan. There are a few select sessions that we may utilize and share via YouTube. The current thought being maybe the state of DNN and the Q&A panel. Those may be, 2 sessions that we would go and actually place out on YouTube afterwards. But yes, you must attend to be able to get the videos.
And it's a low barrier to entry. What is the attendee fee?
It is $99 for the early bird, which is going to go through December 17th. So after December 17th, it goes up to $199.
Excellent. Yeah, that's about as good as it can get for all this great content. Awesome. So as far as attendees, what would you tell anybody, so put your attendee hat on. What would you tell anyone out there who's on the fence about attending a DNN Summit this year?
Well, we've lowered the barrier of entry to, as low as we can really get it. Even if you can't dedicate both days to go to the event, even if you can only attend a couple of sessions, I can almost guarantee that you will get far more than $99 worth of value out of even one session that you attend, let alone if you attend the whole event. So the idea here is to make it accessible, make it open, so that everybody can get something from it and we can still continue to function from an org. So even if you're on the fence, even if you know you can't make it to everything, still register, come, attend what you can, watch what you can't afterwards. It'll be a great event.
Excellent. I can't agree with that more. So one more time, a quick plug for Iowa Computer Gurus.
Yeah. So we, anything you need, especially, upgrades, integrations, single sign-on, 2-factor authentication is our big new thing. If you want to secure your DNN installations with SMS-based 2-factor and soon to be Google Authenticator based 2-factor, we do have solutions for you. So,
all right. So by the time you see this video, there will be a call for speakers out there. You'll be able to register. So go to dnnsummit.org and get all the info. And we look forward to seeing you online. And thanks again for spending time, Mitch. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.